This is our favorite place in the whole condo.
Hey guys.
Hello.
We're sitting by our pool, and this pool was a big factor in the decision of buying this particular condo. This is the third building that we lived in Thailand, and we fell in love with the condo lifestyle here for sure, because coming from a house where you have to do everything, the condo, they take care of everything. All you really do is just manage your unit. You have a gym, you have a pool, you have everything. So it makes it really easy, and like for Jam, who's working a lot out of the house, it's nice for her to come home and have a smaller space to take care of, and not have to be a slave to four walls and a roof like we were for so many years in New York.
It's easier to clean for sure, and it's smaller, but you have to deal with smaller space. But otherwise, it's pretty good because you don't have a lot of responsibility.
So getting back to the pool, the first two buildings we lived in, the first one had a nice pool, but it was sort of small, I guess you would say, maybe like, what was that, 15 meters? Yeah, it was about 15 meter in length, which is not so great for us. I mean, we're lap swimmers, so it's an awful lot of laps to make up, a kilometer or more in a pool like that. The second building had an awesome pool, 25 meter length, but it also had a really shallow end. I don't know how else to describe it. It's sort of like where the kids get in, but it wasn't separated. So when you were at that end, you were really stuck to like breaststroke is all you could do. Otherwise you'd be scraping the bottom. It was sort of like snorkeling over a shallow reef, So when we looked to buy a condo as opposed to renting it, one of the main things we were looking for were a pool that was going to fit us. And this pool is 25 meters, and it has a separate kiddie area where these little cute rugrats are behind us now, and it's a great swimming pool. I mean, you can do laps in here, 40 laps and you have a kilometer, so it's pretty awesome. And we use it, I use it every day, and Jamie uses it when she can, when she has the time.
Swimming is my favorite exercise, so I would rather spend time in the pool than anything else. And this pool is so nice. It's just so cool all the time.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning the pool's up on the 7th floor here. It's actually over the parking garage. So if for any reason the pool just developed a big hole, it's not going to leak into someone's unit. It's just going to leak onto someone's brand new Mercedes. Yeah, it's really nice up here. We get the cross breeze across from, I guess, the southeast to the northwest, which is how the wind is blowing now. And it keeps it sort of temperate. I would say in the summer it doesn't really get that hot, and in the Thai winter, which is still hot, the pool actually gets really cold, like turn you blue cold. So
yeah, it was cold this winter.
Yeah, winter.
Yeah, right.
So the main reason for that being the shift in position of the poles and the way the earth tilts, so we don't get the sun on the pool at all during those months, and with the winds and the no sun, yeah, it gets quite cool. So it's all right. I still swim it.
For buying and the benefit of it, you can do whatever you want in your unit. You can change whatever you like. You can just remove whatever you don't like. So
yeah, this is a big point. Not only can you customize the look of everything and the functionality, which we totally did. We ripped this place apart. I mean, because we had specific needs. We needed more space in the kitchen for Jam. She's a chef, and like I said, I'm a drummer. We don't need a second bedroom for a bed. We needed a drum studio and an office. So we really went to town. If you're in a rental, this is not easy. And we can tell you that for a fact, because we had a really hard time finding an apartment when we rented, because we wanted the landlord to remove furniture. We wanted to add furniture, and when you move here, it's not really customary, to hire a mover. You don't need to. You rent a place fully furnished. So for us, it was like really double the work. Hard to find the place, hard to furnish the place, and then hard to move the place. So yeah, it's much better to own it if you want to do, if you want the place to suit you.
really suit you instead of force yourself to fit the place. How about the downside of owning? If you get a new job and you have to commute far, that sucks. You know, if something undesirable changes in your neighborhood, that can really suck, you know.
Since we live here, we had to deal with different neighbors around us. And what happened?
Well, for example, one of the problems we had in this building, which we never had before, is we've had smokers out on their terrace. Now, here in the building, you're not allowed to do that, but people do it. And, you know, being the fact that this is our unit, we invested in screens for the windows. It's worth mentioning we're up on the 29th floor, so we're like way up in the clouds, you know. It's nice up here, and there's a nice cross breeze because we're on the corner of the building, and we have two terraces. So they're on two different sides of the building, and if you open up the windows and the doors, man, it just provides like amazing airflow, which is really great, you know. But if someone's smoking 2 floors down, it provides a direct path to your lungs, secondary cancer-causing smoke. When you deal with this, it's not cool. The good thing is when you are the owner, you can just basically go to the office and say, hey, we're co-owners. We have a problem with this person who is not a co-owner. This person is not obeying the building rules, and we're going to see to it that they do, and they will take your side. So that's awesome. You know, we don't want to rain on anyone's parade, but just be nice. Be a nice neighbor.
That when the building is getting older, they need more fixing. That is the money that is going to be raised for your common fees. Anything's come up, you, the owner, you have to pay extra.
Yeah, this is the unforeseen expense. But in reality, our condo has a very active board, and the board members are all intelligent people. They live here also, which is good. And they've made some really good decisions as far as where to spend the money and how to spend it. I can't really complain, you know, about their choices. A certain amount of maintenance is going to be due every year, and you know that every few years there's going to be something big. You know, some part of an elevator is going to break or some generator needs replacing. It's the same when you own a house. You know, it's not going to change. The only difference is in a condo with 700 and something units, the cost of that item, whatever it might be, is going to be a lot. But it is broken down by the 700 different units, so it's just shared expense.
When they have like the change of expenses or everything, they're gonna have a meeting, and they're gonna ask people to vote if you agree to do any of these expenses that gonna change.
The investment is it's a worthwhile investment because it protects the value of your unit. You know, in the long run, nobody wants their building to fall apart because it diminishes your quality of life, and it also robs the equity out of your investment. So, you know, you have to spend to protect your investment, basically, and we have no problem with that. I know I don't. I know Jam doesn't. So, you know, that's not a bad thing per se, but it is something to keep in mind that it's not like a fixed, written in stone amount that'll never change. Because you definitely will have fluctuations, like she said, common charges and maintenance and repairs, you know, and sometimes the repairs can be substantial, for sure. Luckily, where we are, everything seems to be getting better, which is great. You know, the neighborhood is nice. We liked it the way it was, but now it's just becoming more convenient for us. So we really don't have to drive anywhere. If we don't want to, we can walk everywhere, which is awesome. It's better for the environment, it's better for our pocketbook, it gives us exercise, and you don't have to sit in the horrific nightmare of Bangkok traffic, which is the worst in the world, officially. Now.
This is the main room of our condo, the living area. It's set up very similar to when we bought the apartment, but we did buy a new TV and some new storage cabinets. The couch is new, and the couch pulls out to a bed, and it also has storage underneath the chaise side, which is very handy. Over here we have our fridge and some kitchen storage, and our table, and our view. This view is looking south across Bangkok. You can see the BTS train going by. This is towards scenic Aaron Road. And if you look this way, you got the airport, Suvarnabhumi Airport. Here we have our tiny kitchen, and it is really tiny. A lot of Thai people don't really cook at home, especially in the city. They go out to eat. So the kitchens tend to be small in these condos. We put these shelves in because Jam is a cook and she has all this various cooking stuff. She also has a million lights hanging around her stove because she makes videos for Cooking with Jammy and cookingthairecipes.com. We put in this countertop. It used to be a wooden countertop. It was quite terrible, so we replaced it with this granite. It's much nicer. We have our water jugs and our refillable water jug here. This is our kitchen terrace. This looks south also. In through here we have the second bedroom, which is currently the drum room, and our office. This is where we do all of our work, believe it or not. We put these shelves in up here where we could do work standing or sitting just by moving the laptop, and then put in all of these wardrobes for all of our stuff. And it has a nice view, so when I'm playing my drums, I can check out what's going on everywhere in the city. It's pretty cool. And my drum set, which is a Roland TD30 KV drum set electronic. It's on some pads and it is super quiet, so it doesn't disturb anyone even though we're in this condo on the 29th floor. I can play it any time of day or night. It's pretty awesome for a musician, and I have all these MP3s of my favorite bands with the drums removed, so I am the drummer and I'm on stage at Madison Square Garden with Motley Crue or Slayer or any band that I like, so it's pretty dope. So here we have our bedroom. We have a wardrobe behind the door, you can't really see it, and a big double closet. We have our bed, some storage, and a lot of video equipment, speakers and light equipment and all kinds of stuff for when we're recording, and a ton of suitcases for traveling. And then we have our bedroom terrace here. This looks east towards Suvarnabhumi Airport, and you can also see Soy 77. This is our neighbor's building. You can see we're right at the top of the building here. And then looking north towards the rest of Bangkok, and Soy 77 way down there. This is our bathroom. It's the only one we have. It has a big sink and mirror. The shower surround we put in when we bought the condo. It originally had like a frosted glass one that had doors that separated the toilet and the shower, but it really looked terrible and it functioned terribly for someone my height because I had a frame on it and I was banging my head. So we put in this frameless shower surround. It's much nicer, and it's a nice big shower. It's a small space, but at the end of the day, we can come home, sit down on our couch, put on the TV, and chill out, relax with a glass of wine and some nice food.
Guys, if you like this style of video, let us know. We've done most of our videos out and about, but we want to bring you into our lives here. We want to share our lives like we say, with you. And if there's something you want us to talk about, if there's a subject, a topic, a question, throw it out there. That's what the comment section's for. We are in a unique position here. Jam has the inside track as being both a Thai person and a person with a lot of experience living abroad, so she has both perspectives. And I am definitely a stranger in a strange land here, for sure, but I've been living in Thailand now for quite a long time. I have some experience here also, and between the two of us, I think we can help you guys out with what you might want to know. So feel free to shoot those ideas off.
Alright guys, we'll see you guys again soon with other topics. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to share our time with you. We hope you enjoy spending it with us.